CIGTV News Update, I'm Donna Bush. Motorists going to and from the eastern districts may have noticed a new traffic signal metering system being installed near the Hurley's roundabout. The National Roads Authority will launch the new system on August 19th. The aim is to ease the traffic congestion on the Linford-Pearson Highway during the evening peak periods. Since its construction in 2003, the Grand Harbor roundabout has experienced significant traffic flow movements. NRA traffic counters recorded upwards of 40,000 vehicle trips per weekday along the main highway by Grand Harbor. Development in 2018. Now, the NRA notes that this is an interim solution before more detailed plans for traffic relief in this area. The new metering signal will be placed further back from the roundabout and will include advanced warning signs, a cantilevered signal head over the traffic lane or travel lane, and a painted stop bar designation in which motorists are required to actually stop. Now, the new signal pole on South Sound Road will also soon feature the installation of the first set of electronic vehicle registration detection devices designed to read the new driver's registration stickers and plates. Also making a news today at the Tourism Attraction Board, they're pleased to recognize two of their forward-facing employees who are recent recipients of the Cayman Islands Tourism Association Stingray Tourism Awards. Stacey Hurlston and James Hal Miller, tour guides at the Pedro St. James National Historic Site and Queen Elizabeth II Botanic Park, respectively, received accolades in the Diamond Award category. Both men have served more than 20 years in the hospitality industry. They are elated that they have received the award, and we say congratulations to them both. In other news, food and craft vendors interested in participating in the upcoming Cayman Brac Heritage Day can reserve stalls starting the 2nd of September. Now, the Cayman Brac Heritage Day, held during Pirates Week, will be held on Saturday, the 2nd of November at the Heritage House in Northeast Bay. That's from 10 in the morning to 3 p.m. and will be the first official Heritage Day of the 2019 Pirates Week festivities. The event aims to showcase demonstration of traditional arts and crafts and offer games, traditional food, and juices, as well as a venue to highlight local talent. All food vendors must present a valid DEH food handling certificate with completed application forms. Space is limited. You're encouraged to register early. The deadline to apply is Friday, the 18th of October. For more information, you can contact the Pirates Week office on 949-5078 or email them at info@piratesweekfestival.com and download the vendor application form. Well, in July, the World Health Organization declared a public health emergency in the Democratic Republic of Congo because of the current outbreak of Ebola. Now, the Caribbean Public Health Agency considers the risk of Ebola to the Caribbean to be extremely low at this time, but local healthcare professionals have been meeting as a precautionary matter. Local healthcare professionals have met a number of times to assess the preparations or preparedness since the World Health Organization declared the current outbreak of the Ebola virus to be a public health emergency of international concern. Chief Medical Officer Dr. John Lee notes that recognizing the outbreak as a public health emergency of international concern allows for intensified and coordinated international action to manage the threat by releasing funds and resources. Now, for more information, you can call the Public Health Department on 244-2889 or 244-2621 or Faith Hospital on Cayman Brac at 948-2243. If you'd like to know what's on the CIG television schedule this week, you can go online to gis.gov.ky. Be sure to click on the publications icon at the bottom of the page. If you missed today's news update, you can go to the Cayman Islands Government Facebook page as well as the CIG television YouTube channel. I'm Donna Bush, wishing you a wonderful and safe night and hoping you'll join me back here again tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye for now.
Boating, fishing, and water sports in the Cayman Islands are great, but keep a cool head. Here are 7 tips for fun and safe sea outings. Number 1. Use a checklist to plan your outing. Check the weather forecast, make a float plan, and share it with someone who is remaining on land, stating where you're going, with whom, and when you're expected to return. Visit your nearest marine supply store to get your safety gear. This includes signaling mirrors, whistles, and a flare kit. It's also very important to have onboard flotation devices and life vests for each person. There are different types of vests. Some are for water sport activities such as snorkeling, and others are for going on offshore boating or on fishing trips. Number 2. These items can be lifesavers in case of an accident or bad weather. Number 3. Use a motor kill switch, especially if you're boating alone. In case of a leak or breakdown, always stay with the boat until help arrives. If you capsize, an emergency beacon or locator device can send a distress signal to inform the authorities of your location. Larger flares will indicate distress to a boat, airplane, or search and rescue officials. Number 4. In addition to sunscreen, food, and beverages, it would be smart to have a cell phone. Make sure your marine radio works. Cayman boaters use channel 16 to communicate. Number 5. Also, don't forget your anchor and sufficient rope. Number 6. Boat operators should be familiar with the local waters and reefs, as well as the capabilities and functions of the vessels they are using. Always obey the rules of the sea and the marine environment, and have courtesy for others. Number 7. Alcohol and salt water do not mix, especially if you're the captain. Some useful contact numbers are 911. The RCIPS Marine Base is 649-7710, and the Port Authority is 949-2055. Smooth sailing, all!
I'm Jody Ann Powery. I'm the Police Media Officer with the RCIPS, and I'm here to give you some crime prevention tips on how to best protect your property. The first thing that we want to discuss is our points of entries. Let's start with the front door, and then we'll move on to the windows and the back doors or sliding glass doors. The first thing to consider is the front door. This particular front door has 2 deadbolt locks. One of these deadbolt locks are properly carpentered and the other is not. When your door is properly locked, you'll hear a click at the end and the deadbolts are not able to move. If it is slightly opened, then you can push the deadbolt back without having any restrictions. I'll now proceed to show you what your lock should look like when it is properly locked. When it comes to your windows, you want to make sure that your window is locked all the way down, because even though the lock is on, if it's not all the way down, it can still be pried. The proper way to lock the window is to make sure that the window goes all the way down to the seal and then you pull across the lock. When you have a sliding glass door at home, you want to make sure that you have secondary locking devices in addition to the lock that comes with the door. One of those can be a simple piece of wood that's jamming the doorway. We want to encourage you to ensure that you don't make things easy for burglars who are looking for opportunities to break into property by leaving your property out in plain view. Some of these items are your car keys, your electronics, and your handbags. Make sure that you put these properties away when you're leaving the house or when you're going to bed. When you're going camping or if you're taking your family on a trip, you want to ensure that your property has some sign of life. This can be done by leaving a light on or putting timers on your lights. And we want to ensure that our family homes are safe. In order to do so, we encourage that people take the proper precautions by starting up neighborhood watches or encouraging family members or persons they trust to check on their properties while they're away.